Oh, it's an absolutely gorgeous day. A beautiful day to look at a membrane. We got some outcroppings out there and over there. It looks like tendon entices, I'm not positive. Another one right over there. But the membrane's down here, and now that we have the drone, I can try to get a view of some of this stuff from the top because I haven't been able to stand on it and look at it. But this membrane separates biology. That's what membranes do. You know, they're basically the interface into the next form of biology or whatever it might be, getting nutrients there, so on and so forth. Way over there is the lighthouse, about 2.5 miles away. We got a totally different biology there that I've been bringing in my videos, and there's more membranes down in between that lighthouse and here. But what we have here, I believe we're on upper layer biology because of the kaolin clays I'm finding and stuff like that membrane down there is separating whatever this biology is right here, and I'm going to show you now so I don't have to walk back to it. Okay, but this right here would be underneath that membrane down there. Okay, does that make sense? So whatever that membrane is separating this next whatever biology this is, that I'm not sure what's transitioned. We got a lot of reds in here, and there's also a lot of kaolin clays right over in there. Okay, so whatever this is, and see, this is real slick too. We got a lot of reds in here, which is telling me some form, possibly of, you know, an Fe2O3, because it's more oxygenated than it would be with 2O2. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. Okay, and the membrane's down there, and then we run into all this stuff in here. When I first found this, I thought it was gravel. I thought they kicked it because the highway 101's right on top of here, and I thought they just kicked a whole bunch of gravel off the edge because they had to redo the road because it all caved in down there on 101, and so they redid a bunch of road. But this is kaolin clays, still that part of that on top of whatever this is. Okay, I just showed you that different biology back there, and here's where we start. It's all covered in there with that kaolin clays, and I can't see what might be underneath there. But up in there is where we start running into the layering of the membranes, and there's something underneath the membrane too. And then we get in different biology here, and you'll see as I get into it. You can kind of see those white dots along there. Those look like the other layers possibly starting to poke through, but you can definitely see the next layer up there that's actually coming through real well. And down in here, you'll see a layer above it starts poking out. In fact, it starts out right up there, the next layer. Okay, now you got the 2 layers right there coming in, and you're gonna have a third one coming up underneath the highway right there, coming underneath that plate right there. Okay, so what you see down here underneath here, that membrane is separating whatever this biology is right here. The membrane is on top of it up through there. Okay, so this membrane is separating this biology, whatever this biology is, right here. And now this is totally different than the membranes. Notice that? Nothing like it. And then we get into this, and the membrane's right in there. Those 2 layers right there, that's the membrane. And we got this biology right underneath this. So that membrane is separating the biology from this to whatever is on top. And it's all covered with debris down there, and I can't tell. So we're gonna get the drone out and look at some of this. So we're coming into the membrane now. And you notice you got this layer right here underneath the membrane layer. See those poking out? I do believe that was the anchor system for this membrane, is those things sticking out right there. See those down through there? And they really start showing up down here. Or that could just be an interface into the membrane to the next piece of biology. So you can see them right underneath that lip of the lower layer membrane. Now these here, I've taken a couple of these out and taken them home. And these are those concretions. Inside of these are like a shell or something like that, you know. But you can see right there, underneath the membrane, that layer, that stuff. See that layer right through there? I believe that's the anchor for the membrane. And you got the upper layer membrane, lower layer. So I believe that's what's going on. Okay? And this stuff is made of I've taken one of these cells home. I've chiseled one of these off here in one of my videos, taken one home, split it in half. It's super compacted sand, which tells me it's a lot of silicon in it, you know, like the skin, you know, the sand, SiO2, which is skin, ground up skin. This is, see the colors in there too? But when I take them home and crack them open, they're really, the way they transition inside is just spectacular. But you can see how that's separating and lifting off the next piece right there. See that? Isn't that cool? It's, yeah. So we definitely got some biology going on here. And we got all the shellfish and stuff like that eating into it, and you know, that's what they've been doing, eating on it. Because it's food for them at one time. And I have a theory on these crustaceans too, which I'll get into some other time. But here we're on the membrane, the lower layer, I believe. See, it's all busting open too. See, it's all busting apart since I blasted here. The transfer tunnels are all busted open now. Now we can see down to the next layer. Look at that. See that? It just looks like sand. That's eroded basalt. No, it's not. This is not eroded basalt. There, yeah, we're getting into, I think this is the upper layer up there on top. And we got the lower layer would be slid underneath that, and that's in between the two. That is what that is. Yeah, cool. The surf keeps pounding away and pounding away. So that's the upper layer of the membrane. And that's the lower layer. And that's in between the two. So this is what the upper layer looks like on top. See, I knew it wouldn't be exactly like that, because it's going to have to be a smooth interface surface, and that is what it is. And then it gets eroded, showing what it actually is, the cell matrix inside of the fabric of the membrane itself. Does that make sense? And that's what you're seeing there. You're seeing it exposed for what's inside it, really, for the cell matrix of it. Here we got it really busted in. This is going through the lower, let's see, what am I saying? Okay, this is the lower membrane piece, so this is that's the upper. Trying to figure this out here. But it's all, see how it's all busted open now? All right, I'm gonna get the drone out. Flies. Oh man, that was never, oh my gosh, I walked right by that. Holy cow, sorry. I was onto this, that was never exposed before. Holy cow. Woohoo! I gotta change GoPro batteries. Hold on here. Nope, I guess I don't. It says I got 84%. These are some really crappy batteries I got. Look at this. I don't know if these are tendon balls or what, but look at all these balls in here. Wow, we're running that pattern again. I always find. Dang it. Isn't this cool? None of this was exposed. I've never seen this here, ever. See, I keep telling everybody, you gotta see what's underneath all the sand, man. There's stuff there that would shock the crap out of you. And geology has no idea what's really underneath the oceans. You know, I've watched enough videos, they don't really have a clue. And I'm not joking, they don't. Wow. Holy cow. This is gonna be some long videos, folks. This is never, so we're getting into the biology layers of ball. Look at all these balls in here. Or round, I guess they're not perfectly round, but some of these are tendon balls. There's those chunks. This was a tendon ball at one time. Part of it left. I'll bet a bunch of these are. They're so covered in seaweed though I can't see, but I know that matrix. Okay, so when I first started, I started way down there past that kaolin and clay, showing you that biology up to the membrane. And then I'm going to show you, well, this is pretty cool here, but what's left behind, some chunk of something. Everything else is gone. That there, I'm not sure what that is. Look at this, and this is cool. This isn't what I was going to show you. I was going to show you the biology change down here, what's on top of the membrane, but I wanted, because it's kind of highlighted right now with the dark stuff on. It's really cooler than crap. Okay, so we got the membrane there, the bottom biology, and then we're getting into some round spheres here. See these round spheres? Right in there, poking out. More down here. But see, we get into a type change, a biological change. This is on top of the membrane. See those in there? No, it's on top of the membrane, whatever that is. I don't know if it's an anchoring system of some kind or what, but then look at this. And they got more change down there, but the video will be up forever. Anyway, but you can see the type change, what's on top of the membrane, and there's stuff underneath, and then all that. And Lord only knows what's underneath all that. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. Hope you enjoy. This here's absolutely tendon balls, tendon ball, absolutely. One thing I know is my tendon balls. that one, those are tendon balls, absolutely. Tendon ball, chunks left over is what they are. Tendon ball, because I know that matrix. Tendon ball, okay, definitely tendon balls. So I know those out there, a bunch of those are tendon balls too. And those round spheres right in there, those could possibly be tendon balls. I don't know. It's, you know, you can see what I see, but you can see they're definitely protruding out through there. But these are absolutely tendon balls, 100% guaranteed. That chunk of one right here, this is a chunk of a tendon ball left over, the center of one. I've showed these up north before when they're cracked open. Half of it's still there and half of it's not, you know. So, you know, these are tendon balls, what's left of them. And that's a chunk of concrete off the highway up above. Tendon ball. The rest of these probably are too. They're just not busted open, you know, cracked the rest of the way off, and they're rounded off. So I'm positive these are tendon balls. Absolutely 100% sure. Well, what's left of them, I mean, the centers. Chunk of one there. All this chunks laying here, that's probably the chunks of the tendon ball, because they bust off and then they round off, and they're just pieces, you know what I'm saying? They get all rounded off on the edges, but they come off of these. That's a tendon ball chunk. All right, that's all I got. I'm out of here.